So a nostalgic show based on a nostalgic show. We have That 90s Show, based on That 70s Show, which was popular on the Fox network. But after going off the air in the mid-2000s, it would get revival syndication popularity over a decade later with channels like Nick at Night and Netflix. They made an attempt at a That 80s Show, so I knew it was only a matter of time before they tried a That 90s Show. And by no surprise, it's being produced by Netflix. There isn't a lot of word of mouth about this show. It wasn't heavily advertised, but you can see it has a pretty solid rating. Seems like it's not great, but good enough. Knowing how good of a show That 70s Show truly was, Netflix has some pretty big shoes to fill. 70s Show had an 8-season run with millions of loyal viewers, and with That 90s Show's first episode, you could tell that they were going to use That 70s Show appeal to kind of sell this new show, but will it be enough? I believe we've waited a long time for this. Wow, they did really good making them look like they stepped right off the set of the 70s Show.
You smell good.
Oh, it is the helmet.
Yeah, smell good. They did a good job making it look like it was actually only 20 years ago that they did That 70s Show. To Netflix's credit.
Sorry, honey, I got it.
Oh! Donna. It looks like Eric got a huge spaghetti stain on his shirt the day before, and they had to try to dry clean it off. Leia? Leia? Are you serious? What's her name? Her name is not Leia. Oh my God.
Mom? Okay, Leia goes.
It would make a lot of sense. You got a lot of 90s babies whose name is Luke and Leia and all that. I knew a Luke in school. Definitely what a 70s nerd would name their kid. Cringe.
To deny me of the cross I
Uh-oh.
bear.
Oh God, you.
Hello. What are you doing, creeper?
These kids are doing it like it's a Nickelodeon Disney Channel that they just wrote the script for last night.
Turn that crap down. I'm trying to shave.
Older brother. Different dads. He's cool.
Yeah, thanks for explaining.
Me and my new friend are gonna start a band and call it Whiny Vagina.
I'm gonna start a band and call it That Stupid.
Well, okay.
Master Yoda was a puppet from a fake world with some guy's hand up his butt.
Now he's just a puppet with some guy controlling his movements on a remote control. It's nice to see that, you know, the next generation being more like the grandpa. Let me guess, he's gay.
Hey, boy.
Man, I don't really know how the whole puberty thing's going for you. Probably great.
Oh my God. The outfits aren't that bad, you know, the costuming and all that.
Why does he always get to sit up in front?
I called shotgun.
But I'm your girlfriend.
Yeah, but he's my best friend.
I feel like they did that same thing in the 70s show. Feels like that whole scene was pulled straight from That 70s Show. Bro. Okay, now the bro thing is... This girl's wig is something else.
Mom, do you see how easy it is, Donna?
Nah, feels forced.
Oh, come on, Mom, just drop it.
Yeah, you can't force that.
Nah, feels forced.
So this is the 90s version of Fez. This is the new Fez. This is the new dumb couple with, you know, it used to be Ashton and Mia, now it's these two. He still loves beer and all that. The things that come out of his mouth is pretty crazy sometimes. He'd be like, wow, did you just say that? That's pretty dumb.
How about tomorrow we go into the woods and I watch you do karate on a tree?
I'd really like that.
This is his friend. This is the other dude. This is the cool guy. And this is the new, this has to be the new Donna. You got the one that stands out who's really different. So it's like the same circle of friends here than it was before.
Pause. This isn't gonna work. I'm pretty sure Osh Gosh Begosh here is gonna get carded.
Osh Gosh Begosh. She walked up to the counter looking like Wilma.
I'm no lady doctor, but I think something's wrong with the baby.
Game Boy. It says gaming system. I shouldn't be enjoying this. The old hangout spot at the water tower.
This is my life, and I'm done letting it suck.
Leia.
Ooh.
Yeah, go. Just...
You can't make me.
Oh, you're getting in that car or my foot is getting in your ass.
Oh. He did not just say that. Unsarcastically. This is what we wanted to see. All of a sudden, she found these cool friends to hang out with in the basement of her grandparents' house. So of course now she wants to be like, I want to stay. I kind of like it here. They did a great job remaking the set. Like, it really looks like, you know, it's from the 70s and it's just aged into the 90s, and here we are. Something tells me it's going to kind of decline from the first episode here, though. Oh, she got those 90s shoulder pad things going on.
Jay Kelso.
No.
Oh, it's a Kelso. Oh God, that's his son?
Do it naked. Okay, because when you hit the water at the right angle, it's like doing it with a lake.
He really just said that. Good old Kelso.
Michael, let's go!
Oh, nice, very nice cameos. Well, I hope that wasn't the peak of the whole season.
Whoa. Why is Donkey Kong a gorilla and not a donkey?
Yeah, they couldn't just name him King Kong because that's copyrighted. They couldn't have done it. They had to give him some goofy, unbelievable name that no one would take seriously. Like, you know, this is King Kong's second cousin, Donkey Kong, and then everyone laughs. Oh, the Dare shirt. I'm just now noticing the Dare shirt. Dare to keep off drugs while she's high.
My foot goes in their ass.
You know, people.
So what, that was like 20-year-old weed that they found? You think they would have like cleaned up the basement and found all the little weed that they was hiding. So this set is a nice nostalgic example of what a Blockbuster used to be in its prime. Wow, Star Trek VHSs. They got an adults only section. What? That ain't a Blockbuster, that's something else. Now there's a football player character who actually looks like he could be a football player.
Hey, neighbor.
Then we got this neighbor woman.
Next, I can rinse my nooks and crannies over here.
You can just take your crannies home.
I'm gonna need to borrow a razor, too, when a guy springs for Houlihan to get a whack the weeds.
Oh, another great cameo. He's the guy who has the VHS of Clerks.
Happy Halloween.
Thank you.
Tommy Chong. Definitely not digging this neighbor of theirs.
You can just take your crannies home.
Awesome individual Raisin Bran boxes.
Clerks, starring Kevin Smith. I'll take a slice of that.
Does she not know anything about Kevin Smith outside of the name? Or
TV. I'm Leo, man. And I'd be perfect for the real world, man.
I don't know. It was supposed to be Clerks.
they're really snacking on Raisin Bran. They only wanted it when they was high. It is pretty dry. Like, why would you just sit there and eat it with no milk? A kid like that would not have a whole big old group of friends to hang out with. He hasn't been doing much to prove himself likable, you know? He's just a new Fez. But, you know, just like in the old show, it took a while for Fez to, you know, get his footing and actually start being legitimately funny and a part of the gang. So I guess, you know, it's a little awkward at first. Oh my God. Outside the cameos and Kitty and Red's little story of getting a lively house as grandparents, still not a whole lot there.
Is this thing connected to the government?
Yes, the president can see you right now.
Shouldn't mess with those old people like that. They're gonna believe everything you say.
Nate, go get your Scuzzy used hot tub tomorrow.
Oh, girl with the wig here is not really pronunciating her words all that well.
I want to come out to your grandmother.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. That's what he's up to. I thought he was just being weird and intrusive.
I've had a lot of these friend talks with Eric. His friend got a rubber band stuck on his privates.
Surely they did something similar like this with Jackie and Donna from the last show. Surely. Because at the beginning of the 70s show, they were very different, but then they bonded over, they like to sit around and smoke. Some of these little bits here are reused for sure.
I got you condoms, jellies,
Oh God.
and the
Oh my God. I like the project computer. Let's get together and learn how to use a computer. This dumb little hot tub B-plot. Who's that? They wait till episode 5 to give Ozzy some actual character, something that we can actually like about the guy. I already see where this is going. It's more of that she knows he's crushing on her, but then another girl shows up. Now she's jealous. It happens all the time.
Brett Foreman, move your hands.
He's probably looking up gardening tools, like actual gardening tools. Them getting their first computer is fun. Like, I imagine for any grandparents who got a computer at that point, it was a whole thing.
You are banned from this house. Get out.
What? No!
What the heck? Yeah, so it's like after she found out that he was about to get another girl, then she was like, oh, let's be a couple, let's do it. Now she's all into him now after she saw that he was about to get with somebody else. I'm starting to think that every first season of every show tries to do a love triangle of some kind.
Grandma, can you please just chill out?
Not the high grandma shit. Oh God. Whose idea was that hairstyle? That's more of an 80s thing. Looks like football Kelso's about to lose his girl. The 90s set designing is fun, along with the costumes. I like it. I just now remember the 70s show had their version of the annoying neighbor, but it was a couple. Now it's like, it's just some lady that lives next door or whatever.
Do I look like her father?
I don't know. They need to do something about that character. These characters right here is like, it's taken a long time to really get a feel for them, and you know, the chemistry isn't really there. I feel like it's something they can grow into for the show, but I'm just not feeling nothing. It's not as dynamic and funny as that Kelso relationship was back in the 70s show.
Bye, babe. Aww.
Ugh, I got the shivers. This neighbor lady is not feeling her either. Except when it comes to her, I don't see this really turning into anything that can be better in the next season or anything. I'm just seeing it as like an adult who still needs like a father figure type of situation, which is weird. I guess that's what they're going to try to do with her, but yes. Overall, the whole show seems to be held up by Red and Kitty. Outside of the cameos that they did during the first couple of episodes, it's like Red and Kitty are holding this whole show up. So he's growing on me, the old girl's growing on me, I guess. These two being besties, I could see. But this guy, you know, the athlete guy, he's just the athlete guy. And then Eric's daughter, I was starting to like her until they became a couple so quick. Like, you're supposed to like slowly roll into these things. That's what makes the show worth watching. I hope they break up, to be quite honest. And then she gets with someone. Like, that's the only way they can make this more interesting, is if they like break up or whatever. Like, ever since they became this cheesy romantic teenage couple, they've been annoying. Okay, two bros working out in the 90s. Okay. I like how the old hippie keeps popping up every now and then, because again, seeing these two go on a hike, don't want to see that. They got these 90s transitions down pretty well.
I need this kidney transferred into my body before 6th period.
Surgery!
Another instance of Red and Kitty keeping the show afloat. I don't know if it's on purpose, but you can tell she's like slowly getting more annoyed with this guy. And they're probably going to do the same thing they did in the 70s show, where it's like, they went out for a while, but then she got annoyed with Kelso. They broke up because she got tired of how dumb he was. And here they're having a picnic, don't care. He's back, now I'm interested again. You got your disposable camera.
Old, flat, skunky beer. We are not this desperate.
I guess it's still good. You know, the keg represents, it's really another reason how they need the old show to push something to happen in this new show.
Since relationships are hard.
Hard.
So by the end of the season, it's the end of the summer, and it's like she has to go back home or whatever. She doesn't live there.
I was worried that when you had that talk with Leia about breaking things off, it was gonna harsh the mood, but it didn't. I'm having a blast.
I haven't told her yet.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I forgot she was doing Fez. Grown lady with the scrunchie actually needs Fez though, to remain interesting. Apparently Donna had no idea that Kelso's son was down here with her daughter. I guess if Fez is going to be like this lady's boyfriend, they're going to be the new annoying neighbors, which would be a nice touch. I forget what their relationship on the 70s show was, but they're acting like an old ex-couple.
Oh, this is my town, sweetie. I have eyes everywhere.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. She's been here for decades. Again, we have Grandma here acting as the glue to the whole storyline and the whole situation. And we got Athlete Boy being the comic relief.
What the hell?
Oh no. Don't even. Oh shit, that looked forced. We need more drama. Pair her up with the football kid.
You two are no help. I miss my people.
Maybe this life doesn't even matter, you know?
They're just straight up reminding us of how better the little circle used to be at the end of the finale here. So Fez is literally here like, I remember when it was better here. They saved the funniest guy for the last scene.
I will spend every day making it up to you.
What? How? Here we go with another love triangle. Wow. Yep. So she leaves, and I guess they'll be back next summer, and that's how they're going to do it. They desperately tried to start some more drama with another love triangle at the end there. The disposable camera thing is a nice touch. So the first season here did a nice little full circle thing where Eric and Donna drops their daughter off with Red and Kitty for the summer at the beginning, and Donna picks her back up at the end, with everyone hoping to continue next summer. The show pretty much did exactly what I thought it would by using that 70s show nostalgia. But it used that 70s show so much to the point where it was completely being supported by it. The whole story and even a lot of the comedy, the stuff that was actually funny, was all being pushed by the old characters. There were many episodes where Red and Kitty were carrying this show on their back, and they shouldn't have to do that. They're old now. It was absolutely great to see Eric and Donna, Fez, Jackie, and Michael, and even the Tommy Chong character come back like it hasn't been 20 years since the show was airing. But those moments of nostalgia, revisiting those things that made that 70s show so funny and relatable, those are the best parts of the show. It really feels like the same place and characters, aged up 15 to 20 years, and now we're in the 90s. With the set design, makeup, costuming, and returning the vibe that 70s show had, Netflix did a great job. Notice how I haven't said anything about the kids yet. The new kids take some getting used to. First of all, it's obvious that the producers are just trying to remake the same group with the same friendship dynamics as the 70s show. This is good and bad. It's good to show that the more things change, the more things stay the same. And this was essentially what that 70s show was trying to say. Even though the 70s was a long time ago, it can still be relatable to growing up in the 90s or 2000s. But like keeping the same personalities within the kids group can be bad because it looks like lazy writing, and that leads into the fact that Netflix probably knows they can't make something new with this concept, so they will just reuse what they know already works. They had Eric's replacement character, who's just his daughter, Leia, the edgy Donna replacement, the athlete girly girl couple replacement of Michael and Jackie, Fez's super obvious gay POC replacement, and then Steven's cool kid character replacement. Except he's not nearly as cool as Steven was, but he just so happens to be Michael Kelso's son. Naturally, or rather forcibly, they pair him up with Leia, which I think watered down her character. There wasn't much of a build-up for this relationship to start, so it's Donna's daughter dating Kelso's son, and Donna didn't even know about this till the finale, even though Kitty could have mentioned it over the phone. Another 70s show nostalgic tidbit is that Donna can't stand Kelso, even though they're in the same friend group. Nothing much going on with the Kelso replacement and his girlfriend, but at the very end, they tried to act like him and Leia suddenly started having a thing for each other, based on pretty much nothing other than her getting her feelings hurt over her boyfriend, Kelso's son. The Riot Girl was a nice entry, and Leia was too before she just became a teenager who thinks she's in love. The new Fez character, before he decided to come out to Kitty, felt like he didn't want to be there, but he had nothing else better to do, and his parents changed the locks on him. They could really build something with him and Riot Girl, in terms of building better characters. The Jackie replacement has some potential too, but not without a huge breakup. They'll most likely end up giving her some development after being single again, like they did with Jackie. There's also that single lady neighbor that I forgot about. I don't think she adds much to the story at all, besides being a goofy adult Red and Kitty can talk to. Again, this is something they already did on that 70s show. Overall, that 90s show has potential, but these kids are not going to be enough to keep it going. So far, it needed Red and Kitty and the hippie to keep me interested. And during the finale, the one thing making me look forward to a new season was adult Fez's relationship with the neighbor and the return of Fez's landlord. So they're definitely going to need Fez, Kitty, and Red to keep the wheels spinning on that 90s show. But they need to focus more on making us care about these kids. If Netflix can't figure out how to redo the chemistry the friend group had in the 70s, this show is dead in 3 seasons or less.